All right, today we're going to look at equations, tables, and graphs. For our first example, I already have a graph drawn. I have a line that's already drawn. The instructions ask us to complete the table and find a pattern to write an equation of the graph. So the first thing we're going to do is find out what these ordered pairs are. So as I look at this, I'm going to start here at get this ordered pair. So remember, in order to read the graph, you start at the origin, move left or right, then go up or down. So in order to get here, I need to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. So I get the ordered pair 0, 4. To get my next ordered pair, I'm going to move to my right one and go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have the ordered pair 1, 5. To get the next one, I'm going to go over 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's the ordered pair 2, 6. And then I see 1, 2, 3, go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The ordered pair 3, 7. So those are my ordered pairs. Now I'd like to write an equation. So when x was 0, I ended up with a 4, so I get 0 plus 4 is equal to 4. Okay? Well, when x was 1, I ended up with the 5, so I'm going to add 4, I end up with the 5, okay? All right, when I have a 6, when x is 2, you're going to ask yourself, what can I do to 2 so that I can get a 6? I would have to add 4. So to get my equation, I will start with y is equal to, all right, my x. Then what can I do to x so I could end up with y? So again, if x is 0, what can I do to x so that I could end up with the 4? I would have to add 4. If I had x is 1, what can I do to 1 so I would end up with a 5? I would have to add 4. X is 2, what would I have to do to 2 so I could end up with 6? I would have to add 4. If x is 3, what would I do to 3 so I could get 7? I would have to add 4. So the equation for this problem is y is equal to x plus 4. So you started off by, you were given a line, you've got to come up with the ordered pairs, and then you find out what your pattern is so that you can end up with your equation. For example number 4. On example 4, sometimes you will be asked to graph the ordered pairs. So this is asking you to use the table to sketch a graph and write the equation. So let's go back and refresh your memory on how to graph ordered pairs. My first ordered pair is the ordered pair -1, 1. That's the ordered pair -1, 1. That's how an ordered pair looks. In order to graph, remember, always start at the origin. Your first move is either left or right on the x-axis, then you go up or down. So my first coordinate is a -1, then I need to go up 1, and I put a dot, okay? My next ordered pair is the ordered pair 0, 0. That is right there at the origin. My next ordered pair is the ordered pair 1, -1. So I will go from the origin to my right one and come down 1. My next ordered pair is the ordered pair 2, -2. So I'm going to go to my right, 1, 2, come down 1, 2. Then always, when you're drawing a line, always use a straight edge. Take your straight edge, draw your line, and always remember that a line should have arrows at both ends. So we have sketched a graph. Now we need to come up with an equation. Well, for my equation, I'm going to have y is equal to, so I'm going to ask myself, if x is a -1, what can I do to a -1 so I could end up with a +1? If x is a +1, what can I do to this +1 so I'll get a -1? If x is 2, what can I do to 2 so I can get a -2? So it looks like I'm taking each one of my x values and multiplying it by a -1. So my equation would be y is equal to a -1x. On example 5, make a table and sketch the graph for y is equal to a negative 2x plus 3. Now, sometimes students get confused with these type problems, okay? Because on these problems, you will come up with values for x yourself. So you decide what numbers you want x to be. Just make sure that you can use numbers that you can get on your grid. So I'm going to use a few negative numbers, a few positive numbers. I'm not going to use that many. So I'm going to use a negative 2, a negative 1, 0, 1, and 2, okay? Then here I'm going to do my work. My rule is y equals a negative 2x plus 3. So in the place of x, I'm going to put a negative 2, so I'll have a negative 2 times a negative 2 plus 3. And a negative 2 times a negative 2 is 4, and 4 plus 3 gives me 7. So my y, and I did not draw, so when x is a negative 2, my y is 7. That gives me an ordered pair, and I would have the ordered pair a negative 2, 7. Now let's look at the negative 1. So I'll have a negative 2 times a negative 1 plus 3. A negative 2 times a negative 1 is 2. 2 plus 3 gives me 5. So when x is a negative 1, y is a positive 5. So that gives me the ordered pair a negative 1, 5. When x is 0, I have a negative 2 times 0 plus 3. A negative 2 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 3 gives me 3. So when x is 0, y is 3. So I get the ordered pair 0, 3. Now let's use the 1. If I have a negative 2 times 1 plus 3, a negative 2 times 1 gives me a negative 2. A negative 2 plus 3 gives me 1. So when x is 1, y is 1, so I get the ordered pair 1, 1. Then the last value I have is 2. So I'm putting 2 in the place of x. A negative 2 times 2 is a negative 4. A negative 4 plus 3 is a negative 1. So when x is 2, y is a negative 1. So I get the ordered pair 2, negative 1. Now let's graph the ordered pair. As we graph the ordered pair, I'll graph the ordered pair negative 2, 7. So I'm going to come to start at my origin, move to my left, 1, 2, go up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, put a dot. Ordered pair negative 1, 5. From the origin, go to my left, 1, go up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When x is 0, y is 3. Go up on the y-axis, 1, 2, 3. Then I have the ordered pair 1, 1. Go to my right 1, go up 1. And 2, negative 1, go to my right 1, 2, go down 1. And as you look, you'll see that those are on a line. All of them are on the line. If you are graphing and you have a point that's not there, you need to go back and check your work. So that means that you have maybe done something wrong. So that is how you would graph a line. If you're given the equation, you need to come up with the ordered pairs.